Good morning and welcome to the Rehab Christian Center Sunday morning virtual experience. I'm Dr. Zeb Talley, and it's good to be here with you this morning and certainly hopeful and prayerful that everything is all and well with you. I'm so grateful to be with you today, and I'm grateful you've tuned in. Listen, I feel like I say this almost every week, and today is really no exception. You need to start sharing this video and tagging people in this video today. This might be one of the toughest messages I've taught in a while. This is going to be a powerful one, and I can't wait to share this one with you. And so I'm glad you're tuned in on whatever network you're tuned in. Again, start sharing this video, start tagging this video. I've got a powerful message for you today. Don't let the shadow kill you, and it's going to be incredible. And I cannot wait to share it with you so that you can then in turn apply it to your life. And that's really what this thing is all about. So I'm glad to be here today and certainly hopeful that all is well with you and your family, wherever you are. I am in bipolar weather, North Carolina, where it was 70 degrees the other day and freezing yesterday. And so we don't know what's going on from day to day, but it's good to be here and good to see you. Go ahead and start saying good morning in the chat area. I see so many of you saying good morning wherever you are. And start sharing this video. I've got a whole word for you today on February the 20th, 2022. Anybody else pay attention to things like that besides me? 02202022. I don't know. I pay attention to crazy things like that. But today is going to be a powerful message, and I've got to get into it so I can get off of here. But I can't wait to share it with you, and I'm so glad you've tuned in today. I pray you've had a tremendous week, that your week has been as non-ghetto as possible. My week was very ghetto, but such is life. I'm glad to be here and grateful to be alive and grateful to be sharing with you again on this morning. So again, start liking this video, sharing this video. I'm getting ready to walk through all of our networks. We're going to hop in our declaration. We're going to hop right into the word because I've got to get this out today. And it's simple, man. We're going to be in Psalms 23 and we're going to walk through it verse by verse. And it's just going to be incredibly insane. And I could not wait till this morning. I'm hype about being here today, if you can't tell. And I hope you are as well. Continue to be safe as you go out and about. Continue to wear your mask. Continue to do those things that are necessary, that are essential. We are close to being back in a quote unquote normal space, though I don't believe things will ever be normal again. But I want you to just be vigilant wherever you are. So that we can continue to do what we do and then get back to a space where we can do some things in a different and a better way. And I'm excited for all of that today. All right, let's get into it. Facebook, good morning to you. It's good to see you virtually today. Those of you that are tuned in via Facebook, make sure you say good morning in the chat area. Make sure you speak, invite 5 people. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. If you really enjoy the broadcast, hit that like button, hold it down, turn it to a love button. Hit the share button, hit the @ symbol, tag 5 people, tell them to tune in this morning, nudge them, tell them to wake up. I know a lot of my Facebook viewers have been jumping over to Instagram, and it doesn't matter what network you tune in, just find one, get your notebook, get your cell phone, whatever you're going to take notes on, and get prepared today, because today I'm going to walk you through a message that is going to wreck your world, man. I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to teach this one. Man, I wish we were in person. I ain't gonna lie. This is another one of those Sundays where I just wish we were in person in front of each other, because this is going to be a powerful message. So Facebook, again, good morning to you. Share the video, like the video, tag 5 people. I need everybody tune in on Facebook to hit that @ symbol and tag somebody this morning. Tell them to tune in. Instagram, good morning to you. You're right, Elder. It's always lit on Instagram. Good to see you virtually. If you're tuned in via Instagram, thank you so much. Do me a favor. Make sure you say good morning in the chat area if you haven't already. And then if you're on Instagram, fill it up with hearts. Let me know that you are there. And then I want you to do what Elder Misty and so many of you have already done. Hit that @ symbol, tag 5 people, tell them to tune in this morning and join us. Powerful word today. Don't let the shadow kill you is what we're teaching today. And man, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be good. And I can't wait to share it with you. And so grateful to have you with us this morning. Certainly, just maybe think about it. Pray for Sister Michelle. She's obviously one of our members, but also one of our top viewers on Instagram, and her family dealing with some things this morning that certainly God will continue to keep them. And again, praying for all of you that are going through sickness, illness, tragedy. It doesn't matter. I'm praying for you that God will continue to sustain you and make ways in your life as only he can. And we know he can do that. And so I'm excited to be here and so grateful to be here with you. Instagram, share the video now. Instagram is the live church. They're the late church. They're going to show up at the end of the last song, right before the preacher get up. That's Instagram. But they're going to be here, all right? And so good morning, and thank you so much, Instagram, for tuning in. YouTube, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us virtually. Those of you that are tuned in via YouTube, thank you for being with us. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that. You can find us on YouTube at TheREHABCC. That's at TheREHABCC on YouTube. You can find us there, and you can see an archive of all of our messages on YouTube. I want to say quickly, there will be no life study Tuesday, and this is what made me think about it. I'll be traveling for work this week, unfortunately, and I'll leave out on Tuesday morning. And so I'll be insanely tied down the entire week. There will be no life study Tuesday. But what I'm thinking about trying to do is going into the archives and finding one of our old messages, perhaps even when we were in the building, and playing that exclusively on YouTube Tuesday night. If we can find something, produce it, put it together, and get it on there, we're going to try our best to make that happen. And so there will be no life study on Tuesday, but certainly subscribe to our YouTube channel at TheREHABCC and like our channel. And then tune in Tuesday. I'm going to make it my best effort to try to get a production together for Tuesday night so that you can just see an archive message and tune in and share with us. All right. So if you're on YouTube, like the video, share this video. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification icon. And we know you're going to be blessed for being here. And again, I can't wait to teach this message. Don't let the shadow kill you. It's going to be powerful. And I'm grateful to be here with you today. All right. It's declaration time. And if this is your first time tuning in with us, you would realize, you would not know, but every single Sunday, we walk through the declaration. Our declaration, people ask, what does restore or what does REHAB stand for? And it's simple. REHAB stands for restore, evangelize, hope, alternative, breakthrough. It is the 5 pillars by which we operate our ministry. And I am grateful to be here with you today. And guess what, Instagram? You should see something on your screen. I think, yeah, we have figured it out, I believe. And man, I couldn't wait to share it. Man, I tell you, I'm such a nerd. So I'm excited about this because this has major implications for when we get back in the building. We want to offer Instagram the same experience as all of the other channels, and we promise you we would do that. And so I'm grateful to be here with you today. So it doesn't matter what channel you're on, you should see restore on your screen. And let's walk through the declaration today. And I don't care where you are. I want you to say it with me. Pastor's hyped today. I tell you, I'm just hyped. I need to pipe it down. I really need to calm down and pipe it down today. But I'm just excited. And this is just the beginning of some great things. So let's walk through it. If you see it on the screen, I want you to say it with me. I'm going to pause. You read it with me, and let's do it together. Let's do it. Restore. We declare that everything that is broken, lost, hurt, or destroyed that belongs to us and has been designed by God is restored. My faith is restored. My joy is restored. My mind is restored. Even my lost time is restored. I am no longer broken. The fact that I'm alive means I have another chance. My faith has restored me, and right now, his love is making me whole. Evangelize. Say it with me. We declare that God helped us so we can help somebody else. He loved me when I was unlovable. He changed me when I was a mess. His love lifted me when I was down. I'm not perfect, but I'm free. And anything that came for me can't keep me. Because I'm free, my circle is next. My family is saved. My friends are blessed. My plans are successful. My goals are ahead of schedule. And anything connected to me is blessed, just like me. Hope. Say it with me. We declare that everything that is missing is not lost. In Jesus, I have hope. And this hope makes me confident. It doesn't matter what happens to me or around me. I'm going to win. My relationships are winning. My goals are winning. My family is winning. My neighbor is winning. This city will win, and my row has the victory. My past is defeated, and my future is brighter today than it was yesterday. Alternatives, say it with me. We declare that God made us different. I'm a royal child, the light of the world, and the hope of my city. I respect the past, but I don't look like what I've been through. I love the church, and my life is balanced. I love coming to church, but I like flights, boats, and vacations. My whole life is blessed. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am a lender, not a borrower. And every place I go belongs to me. Breakthrough, say it with me. We declare that God has a breakthrough with our name on it. I have some challenges, but I am not defeated. No weapon formed against me can prosper. And I know that all things are working for my good. Things are not breaking down. They are about to break through. There is a breakthrough in my career. There is a breakthrough in my home. There is a breakthrough in my health. There is a breakthrough in my finances. I am here on purpose, for a purpose, and everything that went wrong is getting ready to turn around. Did you make that declaration with us today? If you did, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to type it in the comments right now. It's going to get better. I need you to know that somebody this morning, some family this morning, some relative this morning, some friend, some coworker this morning needs to hear this exact encouragement. It's going to get better. I don't care how bad it looks. I really don't care what it looks like in no regard. If God is for you, he's more than the world that's against you. It's going to get better. Would you encourage somebody quickly? You're going to type it in the comments. I need you to even hit that @ symbol if necessary. Invite somebody and tell them it's going to get better. I like that, Allen. Jerry Allen said it's going to get better in the mighty name of Jesus. Listen, she sealed that thing. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. I don't care what you're dealing with. I don't care what your situation looks like. I don't care what your family's dealing with. I need you to watch this broadcast this morning encouraged to know that everything concerning your life is getting ready to get better. And man, I'm just grateful to have you here. If you have not invited 5 people to church this morning, I need you to do that right now. Go ahead and type in the comments quickly what we're talking about today. Today's subject, don't let the shadow kill you. I want you to put it in the comments quickly. We're going to be in Psalms chapter 23 in the King James Version, Sister Swan. Psalms 23, King James Version. Don't let the shadow kill you is the subject today. I want you to put it in the comments. We're going to take notes in the comments today. I can't wait to share this with you. And this is a whole word today. I'm telling you, it's a whole word. And I cannot wait to share it with you. Don't let the shadow kill you. I'm going to explain it. It's going to make sense. And I declare you not only going to be the smartest person at the water cooler tomorrow, you're going to be the most powerful person at the water cooler all week long. And I'm grateful to have you with us today, and so grateful that you are sharing with us. Now, I want to deal with Psalms chapter 23. Sister Swan is happy today. I miss picking with my friend. In Psalms 23 in the King James Version, I'm going to deal with all 6 verses today. Before I do that, let me give you some context, and this is important. The context that I want to give you is simple. Oftentimes, when we are dealing with life, it is easy sometimes to get sidetracked in life by present circumstances. And if you allow present circumstances to impact how you see your life, present circumstances have the potential to paralyze you in the present. I want you to write that. It sounds like a tongue twister. Present circumstances have the potential to paralyze you in the present. Present circumstances have the potential to paralyze you in the present. Okay? Present circumstances have the potential to paralyze you in the present. Okay? I got to kind of slow down and say that because that's a tongue twister. Present circumstances have the potential to paralyze you in the present. And if you are not careful of that, what we will do is we will find ourselves being so caught up in the moment of a circumstance that we get amnesia, we forget, or it just doesn't cross our mind that what we are in is really no different than anything God has done for us before. Now, circumstances may be different, but God never changes. Okay. And I want to make this really clear here. The circumstances you face in your life may be different. You may not face things over and over again, or you may face things in your life that you have never seen before. It's Solomon that tells us that there is nothing new under the sun. And what that simply means is that everything you see today, everything that we're experiencing today, and everything we will experience tomorrow is something we've already experienced before, right? And even if we haven't experienced it, it is something that somebody somewhere has experienced, thus making the experience in your life not new. And so when you look at life with that perspective, then all of a sudden it changes the way you see your life. If you look at life from the perspective of what I'm dealing with, I have never experienced, but somebody on this earth has experienced it, then all of a sudden you don't face life thinking that, number one, you're the only one going through what you're going through, and number two, that you're the only one that has dealt with what you're going through, right? So it completely changes your perspective. And I like this because David really deals with, in this psalm, the power of the past to deal with present circumstances, right? The power of things having already been experienced on this earth to the point where, because those things have been experienced, there's nothing to worry about in the present and there's nothing to worry about in the future. Here's what I want you to record right now. And this is critically important. I want you to record this right now. When you remember that God is with you, the future becomes irrelevant, right? When you remember that God is with you, the concerns of the future become irrelevant, right? When you remember that God is with you, the concerns of the future become irrelevant. Some of y'all worrying about the future because you forgot who with you. It's that simple. Some of you are worrying about what you're in right now because you have literally forgot who's with you. Some of you are worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen later today, because you have literally forgotten who is with you. And I'm here to tell you, when you remember that God is with you, the concerns of the future become irrelevant. Some of y'all are worrying about a future that God has already fixed out, that he's already worked out, that he's already planned and plotted for your life. And that's because you've forgotten who is with you. Now, I get it. Life is one of those things. Let's just keep it 100. Life is one of those things where life can literally hit you so hard. Life can hit you so hard, and sometimes life can hit you so unexpectedly that if you're not careful for a second, you can forget that God is with you, right? And I've been there. I know what it's like to face things in my life that I did not see coming. And when it came, for a split second, for a split moment, I completely forgot who was with me. And that's what happens in life sometimes. In fact, let's just be honest. That's the design. That's the purpose. That's the desire of the devil, right? He wants you to go through things. He wants things to come your way so that for a split second, you forget who's with you. But I'm telling you, when you remember that God is with you, the concerns of the future become irrelevant. Some of y'all going to stop worrying so much about where you are, what you're dealing with, where you're heading. You're going to stop worrying so much when you get to the place where you remember under all circumstances that where I am, God is also. Okay, this is so important. It's so foundational. Before I walk through these 6 verses, right, you're going to get to a place where you remember that where I am is where God is also. And when you keep that in mind, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. All right. And so let's not lose sight of that. Let's not lose sight of the fact that when you remember that God is with you, the concerns of the future, thank you, moderator, the concerns of the future become irrelevant, right? The concerns of the present become irrelevant. You get so caught up in living in the present moment that you're in and remembering that God has already worked out the things that you can't see. And this is so critically important, all right? Now, let's get to the text. Psalms chapter 23. Man, I'm about to jump out my seat. Psalms chapter 23, verse number 1, King James Version, all right? You've got to remember when you're going through, I like this, where I am is where God is also. In fact, try this. This is something that I've even done in my personal life. Now, when I've gone through storms in my life, I've had to remind myself, Zeb, where you are is where God is also. All right? Where I am is where God is also. Right? You got to remember that. If you're in the courtroom, where I am is where God is also. If you're at the doctor's office, where I am is where God is also. If you're dealing with a sickness or an illness, where I am is where God is also. If it doesn't look good for a family member or a friend, where I am is where God is also. If you can't stand the job you got to work and go to tomorrow, if you have ghetto weeks like Pastor, you got to remind yourself, where I am is where God is also. When you start to talk yourself through life that way, then all of a sudden, Sister Swan, you don't go through life thinking you are by yourself. You don't go through life thinking that you're alone. You go through life understanding that where He is, that's also where I am, right? You're never separated from God, right? In fact, it was the writer that says, if I go to the pit of hell, He's still there. If I take the wings of an angel and fly away, He's still there, right? You've got to always keep that in mind. You never get to a place where you feel like God is not there, that God is not present where you are, that God is not living where you are. You've got to remember that where you are, God is also, right? And tell yourself these things and encourage yourself through these things. All right. Psalms chapter 23, verse 1, King James Version. Look at this. Psalms 23, King James Version, verse number 1. The Lord is my shepherd. This is David talking. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Let's deal with this. We're going to deal through each verse. I'm going to make it connect to the shadow by the time I'm finished, and y'all going to be ready to shout. All right. Psalms chapter 23, verse number 1. Psalms chapter 23, verse number 1. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Now, I like this verse because David reminds us before he gets to the nitty gritty. He reminds us that God's our shepherd, and anything that we want, He's got it. I need you to record this morning. Somebody ought to be getting excited. Put it in the comments right now. Anything you want, anything you need or want, God's got it. Come on, put it in the comments right now. You're going to be the smartest and the most powerful person at the water cooler tomorrow. Put it in the comments. Anything you need and anything you want, God's got it. This is why for those of you that are walking around moaning, complaining, griping, I wonder if God's going to do this. I wonder if God can do this. I wonder if God can fix this. I wonder if God can handle this. It's clear you don't understand who you connected to. It's clear you don't understand who's riding with you. It's clear you don't understand who's got your front and back. When you figure out who's got your front, when you figure out who's behind you, you don't walk around wondering if it's going to happen. You walk around knowing it will happen. Why? Because God already got it. And right now, I'm preaching to those of you that's got the same kind of confidence Dr. Zeb has. I don't face situations wondering if they will be fixed. I don't face situations wondering if they can be fixed. I face situations knowing it's already done. We spent an entire year, 2021, simply saying it's already done. And this ain't accidental. When you know God's got you, when you know God is covering you, then you don't walk around acting like he ain't your shepherd and acting like he does not own everything. David is saying in verse number 1, the reason he knows he will never be in want, he could never be in lack, is because his daddy owns everything. And listen to me, babies. When you know your daddy owns everything, you don't walk around in lack. You don't walk around in want. You don't walk around wondering with what ifs. In fact, somebody needs to know this morning. Somebody needs to know this morning. You need to know that the only thing that's holding you up is your language. Put it in the comments. I told y'all I'm going to kill y'all today. Put it in the comments. The only thing that's holding you up. Let me calm down. Let me lower my voice. I felt a tremble in my voice. Hold on. Let me calm down. The only thing that's holding you up is your language. Dr. Zeb, what are you talking about? The only thing that's holding you up is your language. Meaning, David then started talking about other stuff. David made a declaration in verse number 1 that before I get to the rest, I got to remember my declaration is this. That's my daddy, and I'll never be in lack. That's my daddy. I'll never be in want. That means you can't go to the doctor's office talking crazy. That means you can't go to the family reunion talking crazy. That means you can't go to your job tomorrow, even if you don't like your job, talking crazy. You got to walk in that job tomorrow as if you're at the dream job, and you got to start talking in the present according to the future. I'm here to tell you, many of you don't have the relationship you want because your language is wrong. Many of you don't have the career you want because your language is wrong. Many of you are not living the way you could live because your language is wrong. Many of you are not driving what you could drive because your language is wrong. Many of you are not living in the dream house you prayed for because your language is wrong. Let me help you. Many of you, your body is aching this morning right now because your language is wrong. Ain't got nothing to do with you, or per se, but ain't got nothing to do with God at all, and got everything to do with your language. You have to fix your language in this season. I don't even let myself talk negative no more. I don't care what I'm dealing with. In whatever area of my life, I do not allow myself to speak any kind of language over my life. The power of life and death is still locked into what you say. So you've got to fix your language. I need somebody who's going to be honest today. So put it in the comments real quick. I'm fixing my language this week. Hurry up. Come on. Y'all hold me up. I got to keep going. Put it in the comments real quick. I'm fixing my language this week. If I'm talking to you, I want you to put it in the comments quickly. You're going to be the smartest and the most powerful person at the water cooler tomorrow. I'm fixing my language this week. Come on, put it in the comments. We want to see it. You're going to encourage somebody. I need you to encourage us. Don't you go to that job tomorrow talking crazy. And I even had to check myself. And I say ghetto week and I'm being funny. But sometimes when it's getting rough, I'll be telling myself, oh, here come the ghetto. And I have to stop it, right? Because the more you speak, the more you get of, right? Doesn't matter what it is that you speak. If you speak more of something, you're going to get more of that thing. You got to change your language. Sister Michelle said, Pastor, she hit me up. She said, Pastor, stop saying it's a ghetto week and call it a suburban week. She said, Pastor, call it a suburban week. And she's right. What she doesn't even realize she was saying is change your language, right? Put it in the comments right now. I'm fixing my language this week. No exceptions. I ain't talking negative. I like that, Sister Swan. Sister Swan beat us all to. She said, I'm fixing my language right now. And that's powerful because you ain't even got to wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow is a little less than 24 hours from now. You ain't even got to wait till tomorrow. Fix your language right now. From today forward, say, I ain't talking negative. I'm not talking negative concerning my life, my circumstances, what I'm dealing with, what I'm facing, but I'm fixing my language right now. I'm fixing my language today. I'm fixing my language this week. Whenever you want to get started, the sooner the better, because if you get in this David mode, I'm here to tell you, you get in this David mode, it don't matter what you're going through. The doctor say it don't look bad. Your response is, the Lord is my shepherd. Your finances don't look the way you want them to look. You're in a crunch, can't pay your bills. The Lord is my shepherd. Right? You're in a situation where a family member is worrying you to death. You don't panic. The Lord is my shepherd. Right? These are responses. These are responses that you have to have in this season of your life so that your language aligns with the God you serve. Your language has to align with the God you serve. Some of y'all talk the way some of y'all talk. Listen to me. I ain't talking about cussing and all of that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the way you speak over your life. The way many of you speak over your life, we can't tell what God you serve. Ain't no way you serving the same God I'm serving when as soon as things get rough or get hard, you start speaking negative. You start speaking death over your life. You start speaking death over your career. You'll find, we're not serving the same God. If we are serving the same God, you got to recognize that your language has to align with the God you serve. And if it ain't aligning, you got to check yourself. I need you to align your language this week and be like David. For everything you go through, your response has to be, but the Lord is my shepherd. That's anything. The Lord is my shepherd covers everything, right? Your language has to be to everything you go through, but the Lord is my shepherd, right? And when you do, I like that, Elder, then your language begins to align with the God you serve. Is this making sense to anybody today? All right. Your language begins to align with the God you serve when your response is to everything, but the Lord is my shepherd. Look at this. Psalms 23, verse number 2. I like this. I'm trying not to jump out of my seat. You ready? Look at this. Verse number 2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. Watch this. He maketh me to lie down. Here we go. In green pastures. Why is this critical? If you're from the country, there's one thing that you know about being on a farm. You don't wear your J's at the farm. You don't put on your red bottoms working at the farm. You don't put on your what we call them things. I just got some. Whew, I can't wait to wear them later. Oh man, I'm having a blank. I'm having a brain freeze. Oh, I can't wait to put them shoes on today. It ain't coming to me today. It must be meant for y'all not to know what I bought. You don't wear your red bottoms. You don't wear your J's to the farm. Why? Because when you're on the farm, ain't nothing in the farm but a bunch of mud and doo-doo. That's it. Watch this. So when David says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures, watch this. What he's saying is, there can be a lot of mud and doo-doo around you. But when you recognize that God is your shepherd, you still gonna lay down in green grass. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody needs to know today that in your life, there's a whole lot of mud and there's a whole lot of doo-doo. But the good news is, because God is your shepherd, you still gonna lay down in green grass. You're gonna be laying down and relaxing in situations that people broke down about. I know I want to use another word, Sister Nikki, but they would kick me off Instagram. You're gonna be relaxing in situations that other people panicked in. You're going to be relaxing in situations that other people fell apart in. So David is saying, yeah, I'm in chaos and there's a lot going on. But the God I serve is going to cause me to lie down in green grass. And that's important. Only God can create green grass in dirty situations. Somebody needs to type that right now. Only God can create green grass in dirty situations. Only God, and I mean only God, can create green grass in dirty situations. Put it in the comments quickly. Only God can create green grass in dirty situations, which means it don't matter how grimy your life gets. It don't matter how messy your life gets. It doesn't matter how messy life gets around you. I'm here to tell you, you serve a God that even when you in the mess, you still gonna lay down in green grass. You ain't gonna have to check yourself. You ain't gonna have to worry about if something stuck to your clothes. You ain't have to worry about none of that stuff. You're gonna be all right where you are. Why? Because you serve the God. You serve the God that can create green grass in dirty situations. That's the kind of God you serve. And you got to bank on that. So he says, he maketh me to lie down in green pastures. Watch. And here's the other one. He says, he leadeth me beside still waters. Why is that important? Because if you know anything about farming, if you know anything about cattle, sheep, one of the things that disturbs them is fast moving water. Fast moving water disturbs them, right? They can't graze on fast moving water. They can't drink out of fast moving water. Fast moving water disturbs them. So when they are moved to a river or a lake where the water is still, it represents the peace necessary for them to drink. And some of you got nervous. Watch. In your life, some of you have gotten nervous because the water was moving fast. Man, I feel like asking y'all to give me a break so I can just run around my house one time and pull a Zed Jr. Some of you got nervous because the water in your life was rolling. In other words, fast moving water represents chaos. Fast moving water in this context represents chaos. So God says through David, he says, what I'm going to do is, number one, I'm going to put you in green grass. And the second thing I'm going to do is I like that, Nikki. Here we go. I'm going to create peace in chaos. Somebody needs to record this right now. You're going to be the smartest person at the water cooler, and you're going to be the most powerful one as well. I want you to put in the comments right now, God is about to create peace in my chaos. Make it personal. God is about to create peace in my chaos. Not your chaos, not my mama's chaos, not my co-worker's chaos, but God's about to take my chaos, the fast-moving water, and he's going to create peace. Some of you ain't lived the way you could live because there's so much chaos. The water's moving too fast. Some of you ain't living the way you want to live because the water moving too fast. Some of you aren't driving what you want to drive because the water moving too fast. Some of you are not working the way you want to work because the water is moving too fast. Your career is too helter-skelter. You don't like none of the jobs you're working. Some of you don't have peace in your family. Why? Because the water is moving too fast. Your cousins don't like each other. Folk fighting each other. All kinds of crazy stuff going on in your family. And it's chaos. And God said in this season, I'm getting ready to slow the water down. Man, are y'all listening to me? God said in this season, I'm getting ready to slow the water down. I don't know who I'm talking to, but let me just put this on your lap. If the word is for you, that I'm about to drop, I want you to put the running man, the running woman emojis in the comments. God said, Zeb, tell somebody this morning, I'm getting ready to slow the water down. I'm literally getting ready to slow the water down. The water represents peace, but if it ain't slow, it can be chaos. And ain't it funny that the thing that gives you peace can sometimes be the thing that creates chaos? Y'all not listening to me. Ain't it funny that sometimes the thing that gives you peace can also be the thing that gives you chaos? And God said, I'm getting ready to slow that. Let me lower my voice. There, lower your voice. All right. God said in the season, I'm getting ready to slow the water down. Are y'all listening to me? God said, I'm getting ready to slow the water down. The very thing that was creating chaos in your life is about to create peace. The very thing that used to scare you, the water that used to scare you is now about to give you peace. I'm getting ready to slow the. I know I'm hollering at y'all. I'm trying not to scream, so y'all leave me alone. I'm telling you, I'd be screaming at 13:10 this morning. I'm just telling y'all right now, the thing in your life that's causing you chaos is about to create peace. Don't worry about it. You ain't got but one job this week, and it's simple. When the water starts raging, God is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is literally my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. You have to tell yourself. And that statement then begins the snowball of starting you down the road of knowing, number one, you will never be in want or need. Number two, when things in your life are dirty, you're going to lay in green grass. And number three, when the water gets a little rocky, God going to give you peace in the chaos. Am I teaching to anybody on today? God's about to give you peace in the middle of the chaos. And your response in any season of your life, this season or any other future season, has to be, the Lord is my shepherd. That's it, and that's all. Are y'all listening to me? Right? The Lord is he's going to give you peace in the chaos. He's going to let the water slow down. He's going to allow the same thing that used to concern you to be your very source of peace. The same family situation that used to send your spirit into chaos is going to be the family situation that's going to create peace. The same job, believe it or not, that you call ghetto, that you woke up in the morning and could not, and was mad you had to go there, is going to now be the source of your greatest peace. Why? Because your response ain't going to be it's ghetto. Your response going to be the Lord my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in messy situations. Do y'all like this translation? He maketh me to lie down in messy, dirty, stinking, nasty situations. Watch this. And he leads me beside still waters. He takes the water and the chaotic water and he calms it down for me. And I'm here to tell you, God is getting ready to calm some things down in your life. I want you to put it in the comments right now. He's getting ready to calm some things down in my life. Some of you have raging waters in your life, and you've been asking yourself, you've been asking God, when are things going to slow down? When are things going to ease up? I got good news for you. He's getting ready to calm the water down. Put it in the comments now. He's getting ready to calm the water down. Yep, I don't care if the water is your health. He's going to calm it down. I don't care if it's your finances. He's going to calm it down. I don't care if it's things concerning your family. He's going to calm it down. I don't care if it's things concerning your kids and their future. He's going to calm it down. God's getting ready to calm the waters down in your life. In your life. And literally, many of you, I don't know who I'm teaching to. I feel like I really feel a tug here. Many of you, because I was talking to, it was my boss, I believe it was. I was talking to my boss this morning. Not this morning, it was this week. And my boss and I were talking, and I told her, I said, listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing about 5 jobs right now. So much is going on the job. I said, there are days where I really feel like I'm literally drowning. Like the water is right here, and I'm coming up for air and getting as much air as I can. And then I had to remind myself, the same God that let the waters rise is the same God that's going to calm it down. Somebody needs to know this. God is getting ready to calm the waters in your life. This ain't the time to pull a Titanic. This ain't the time to jump off the boat. This ain't the time to just give up and die. This is the time to find any piece you can and hold on to it. Hold on to it. Pastor, I ain't got nothing to hold. Take this word today. If you feel like you're drowning this week, I want you to go back and replay this word, grab it, and just float in the water until life get better. If I'm talking to you today and you know God's about to calm the waters in your life, I want you to put the running man, the running water in the comments quickly. Folk gonna look at this replay and be like, they done lost their mind today. Come on, do it quickly. I like that Sister Stephanie, she got the dancing the more. I can see her in the corner right now dancing, right? God is getting ready to calm the waters in your life. And you got to remind yourself, I ain't drowning this week. I'm not going to let my life get the best of me. I'm not going to let my stress get the best of me. I'm not going to let what they did get the best of me. Watch this. I'm not going to even let what I did to myself get the best of me, right? I ain't drowning this week, but I'm going to hold on to my life jacket. My life jacket is the word. If I got to replay the word 3 times this week, I'm replaying it. But I ain't drowning this week. The same God that got me in it is going to calm down the water. And I'm telling you, some of y'all going to have some peace this week. He's going to calm down the water. The waters that have been raging in your life, he's about to calm it down. And I need you to hold on to that. All right, I got to hurry, y'all. Verse number 4. I'm almost done. Is this blessing anybody today? So I'm in the corner with Sister Stephanie. I believe it. I believe it, right? He's going to calm down the waters, and you got to hold on to that, all right? Hold on to it. Don't get nervous. See, look, if you've ever been taught to swim, I got to lead us along, but I'm feeling the tug today, and I'm trying to stop. If you've ever been taught to swim, we learned how to swim at the YMCA a long time ago. I'm about to give my kids swimming lessons. They somewhat know how to swim, but I want them to be comfortable. And I told them, they said, Daddy, what they gonna do? Daddy, what they gonna do when they teach us how to swim? I said, it's crazy. They're gonna put a life jacket on you and throw you in the water. Y'all excuse me. I'm about to run around this house. Did y'all hear what I said? I told my kids when they gonna teach them how to swim at the YMCA, they said, Daddy, what they gonna do to teach us how to swim? How they gonna teach us? I said, listen, y'all, they gonna put a life jacket on you and they gonna throw you in the water. You know why? Because they want to reduce your fear when the water gets high. Are y'all listening to the old? Talk back to me, Zion. I tried not to scream. Talk back to me, Zion. Are you listening to the old man? God is going to put a life jacket on you and throw you in the water. And sometimes he does it so that you can learn how to be calm when the water gets high. But here's the good news. Your life jacket is this word today. When you get thrown in the deep water this week and the water get real high and it look like it's getting over your eye and you might be floating or you might be drowning, guess what? You ain't going to go under because the word is going to keep you afloat. That's why David said, thy word have I hid in my heart. Watch, that I might not sin again. And it ain't just about not sinning against God, but it's also so I don't drown when life gets real heavy, right? And you get it. When life gets heavy, you get heavy. And when you get heavy, it's hard to remain afloat in water. That's why you got to have the word on you. You've got to have this word locked in your spirit this week. So when the water gets high, you ain't going to drown. Somebody needs to hear this today. Stop being afraid of the water that's in front of you. Stop being afraid of the raging water that's in front of you. It's chaotic, yes, but he's going to calm down the water. But what he might also do is throw you in there with a life jacket. Float in the water until life gets better, until your circumstance turns around. And no, as long as you got that life jacket around you, ain't no way you can go under. Guess what, y'all? A lot of people went under in 2021. You know why? They went under because they tried to attack things in their life without a life jacket. They tried to jump in waters that were too deep for them, and they didn't have a life jacket on. And that's what happened. When you try to attack things in your life without God, you end up jumping in waters without a life jacket. Man, y'all excuse me for a second. Swan, they ain't talking back to me today. Are y'all listening to the old man? When you attempt to attack things in your life without God, it's like jumping in the water. You don't know how to swim and you ain't got no life jacket on. And so God is reminding all of us today that if you're going to jump in the water, make sure you take me with you. Let me be your life jacket. Let me be the thing that you hold on to. Let, let me be the thing that you hold on to. So when the water gets high, you don't panic. So when the water gets high, you don't feel like you ain't going to stay afloat. Are y'all with the old man today? Right? So put that life jacket on and hold that life jacket tight. All right, look at this. Here we go. Verse number 3. Oh, y'all, I got to hurry up. I cannot run out of time today. This blessing anybody? Have y'all shared this video? I want you to share this video right now. Tag somebody, tell them to jump on. They got about 15 more minutes of this word that they can catch. And this is a powerful one. Come on, tag somebody quickly. Verse number 3. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me, good God, in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. He ain't going to restore your credit before he restores your soul. He ain't going to restore your family before he restores your soul. He's not going to restore your career before he restores your soul. He's not going to restore your money before he restores your soul. Pastor, why he going to put my soul first? Here's why. Because in this season of your life, you can't afford to lose nothing that God gives you. Watch this. And some of you have lost the things you were blessed with because you had the order wrong. He gave you the money, but he ain't fixed your spirit. He gave you the new job, but your spirit won't right yet. And so when you got there, that boss gave you a fit. When you tried to do some stuff with your money, it didn't add up. Why? Because you had not worked on your spirit yet. And God is saying in this season that before I restore any area of your life, I want to restore your soul first. Why? Because then when I restore your soul and then I bless you, then you can say, watch, the blessings of the Lord make it rich. Let me calm down. Zeb, calm down. Hold on. Y'all, give me a second. The blessings of the Lord make it rich and add no sorrow. The reason there is no sorrow is because when your soul is right, you don't worry about losing nothing God gave you. Can I help y'all? Some of y'all don't need to walk around here worrying about losing what God gave you because you have spent the last 6-7 months of your life working on your soul. You've been working on being a better person before you worked on getting money. I know this part of the message ain't for everybody, but this part of the message is for those of you like me who have literally spent the last 16, 17 months of your life working on just being a better person. You won't asking God for no money. You won't asking God for no mate. You won't asking God for no boo. You won't asking God for no new career. You won't asking God for houses, clothes, or money. Watch. All you was working on was being a better person. Watch. And as you became a better person, he started sending new stuff in your life. He started opening doors in your finances. He started making ways in your business. He started allowing people that said they would never call you to call you back. He started positioning you to make more money than you ever made. He started positioning you to drive things you never thought you would drive. He started positioning you to live in neighborhoods that you thought you could only ride by. And so what you don't realize is the key to being blessed ain't going after things, it's going after your soul. More Bible. But seek ye first. Man, hold on, y'all. Y'all don't listen to me. But seek ye first the kingdom of God. Here we go. And his righteousness. What did David say in the B clause? He leadeth thee in the path of righteousness. He spoke this in the Old Testament. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and his righteousness didn't come into the New Testament. So there was a connection in the verse here. And that is David understood then that the key to getting God to respond is seeking righteousness. Man, I'm about to lose my mind. The key to getting money is seeking being a better person. The key to getting somebody, for those of you that's single, that want somebody, The key to getting somebody is being a better person. It's figuring out, God, how can you make me a better person? How can I be a better person? If you want a better job, the key is being a better person. If you want better friendships in your life, it ain't going out here on social media and befriending everybody. The key is seeking to be a better person. And when you become a better person, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, rightful living, righteous living, all of these other things start adding up. You're right, Sister Nikki. Let me calm down. Let me do one of my yoga breathing. Are y'all listening to me? I hate to break the news to y'all, but some of y'all got the order wrong. You want a man, and what you doing is on Christian Mingle. You out here on Christian Mingle trying to go find one. And the problem is, that ain't how you gonna get it. You gonna get the man, you gonna get the woman by working on being a better person. I know I ain't teaching everybody. I'm just teaching to those of us that spent the last considerable period amounts of our life not asking God for nothing but make us a better person. Y'all, I can show y'all my journal. It will blow you. I'm doing a 28-day self-concept challenge on my YouTube channel, and it is nothing more than a repeat teaching you all something that I did for just 28 days of my 16-month journey. And I'm here to tell you, I'm a living witness. I'm a living witness. The Ferragamos come when you become a better person. The red bottoms come when you become a better person. The Audis and the Bentleys and the Jags come when you become a better person. The houses come when you become a better person. Y'all don't like the way I'm teaching on this good broadcast today. The Louis Vuittons come when you're a better person. And we got the order backwards. I'm here to tell you, you gotta go after righteous living. And righteous living, here we go, hear me, is not about being perfect. Righteous living is about being in right standing with God, which says, God, I ain't perfect, but every single day I'm trying to be a better person today. Y'all hear it on my personal channel. I'm trying to be better today than what I was yesterday. That's righteous living. That's righteous living. So when I say on my channel, be better today than what you were yesterday, all I'm saying is go after righteous living. Go after righteous living. You ain't being perfect. You can't be perfect. It's impossible. But when you try to be better today than what you were yesterday, you have then made the goal righteous living. And when you make the goal righteous living, all of a sudden the grants come through. The business loans get approved. The health, your health starts feeling better. Things in your life start coming together. Why? Because you got the order right. My challenge to all of you this week is to change the order. Change the order. Change your prayers. I don't ask God for nothing for none of y'all and me either. Every single morning when I get up and pray, I don't ask God for none of y'all, for nothing for y'all and nothing for me either until I say, God, make me better today than what you were yesterday. You did yesterday. Everything that I messed up yesterday, let me get it right today. Y'all don't like y'all don't like this kind of talking. Listen to me. Everything that I got wrong yesterday, let me get it right today. See, when you start talking to God like that, you're saying to him, and I like that, Sister Ashley, you're saying to him, God, I want to change the order. I get that you can bless me. You're my shepherd. You own everything. I get you can bless me, but help me change the order. Help me go after being better today than what I was yesterday. And if you do, then listen, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all gonna walk into blessings. You're going to walk into blessings. You're going to walk into miracles. You're going to walk into situations that you never saw coming before. Why? Because you changed the order. Yeah, I'm going to have to preach that one. And I probably will preach that one in person and just turn y'all loose. Change the order. In other words, you have to put righteous living first. Put righteous living first. And again, I want to be clear here. I want to be clear here because this is rehab. Our church is called the Rehab Christian Center for a reason, which means that a lot of you are tuned in and you saying, Pastor, it's impossible, man. I can't put righteous living first because I'm dealing with this. I'm doing this. I got this habit. I got this struggle. I got this addiction. I got these things that I'm dealing with, and I can't put righteous living first. No, I'm especially talking to you. Even with your habits, even with your addictions, all you got to do is make an effort to be better today than what you were yesterday. The areas you failed in yesterday, try not to fail in them today. The habits that you succumbed to yesterday, try not to succumb to them today. The things you got wrong yesterday, try not to get them wrong today. And I'm here to tell you, if you make a conscious effort, God will meet you halfway. He'll meet you halfway. I don't care. No, Doc Zeb, my habit, man, it's too heavy, man. This thing, man, I've been trying to kick this for years. I don't care what your habit is. I don't care what your issue is. Ain't nothing too big for God not to kick it. Nothing. Ain't nothing too big in your life. Ain't nothing too heavy in your life that God cannot destroy it. Your job is simple. I gotta live better today than what I did yesterday. And that's gotta be your mantra. It's my mantra. Y'all know this. You've heard it on a million videos. It's my mantra. You gotta be better today than what you were yesterday. And if you do, I'm telling you, you're going to be walking into blessings. I can't explain it, y'all. Pastor ain't perfect. You ain't got no perfect pastor. That's the churches down the street. You ain't got no perfect pastor right here. So if you came for that, then, go to First Baptist down the street somewhere. But you ain't got no perfect pastor. But let me tell y'all, the reason why your pastor is so blessed today, the reason why things are going so well for your pastor is because I make it my business to go after righteousness every day. I make it my business to go after being better today than what I was yesterday. And I say to myself, Zeb, you failed at that yesterday. You can't fail at that today. You failed at that last week. You can't fail at that this week. And when you develop that mindset and go after getting it right, then, man, all of a sudden, stuff just be fine. Blessings not only come on you, watch this, but the blessings of God then begin to overtake you. And I'm in a season of my life, I don't want to just be blessed. I want to be overwhelmed. Are y'all listening to me? I don't want to just be blessed in this season. I want God to overwhelm me. Overwhelm me. Don't just give me a car. Give me 5 of them and let them all be foreign. Are y'all listening? Don't just give me 1 house. Give me 3 houses. Watch this. And let me not live in none of them. Let them be rental properties that pay back the mortgages. Y'all know, I don't want God to bless me. I need God to overwhelm me in this season. Don't just give me a job. Let it be the perfect job for my circumstances. Let me work from home if I want to. Let me set my own hours if I want to. Let my salary be whatever it is that I desire. Y'all not listening to the old man. See, we got to get out of the business. When you go after righteous living, you get out of the business of asking for blessings. And this is how I know y'all ain't going after righteous living, because you still asking God for stuff. And what the stuff you asking them for is easy stuff. A house, a car, a man, that's easy stuff. But when you go after righteous living and you go after trying to be better today than what you were yesterday, because again, it ain't about being perfect. Do not leave this message with that idea. But when you go after being better today than what you were yesterday, then all of a sudden you be like, God, don't bless me, overwhelm me, man. Look, man, all this effort I've been putting in, and listen, let me talk about Pastor right here. All this effort I've been putting in my life the last 14, 16 months. The journals I can show you, the therapy I've attended, the things that I've done to just be a better person, to try to be the best person, the best father, the best leader, the best whatever my titles are, to be the best person I can. Let me tell you something, all the work that I didn't put in, I don't want God to bless me. Y'all can have the blessings. I don't even want them. God overwhelm me in this season. Overwhelm me in this season. I'm trying to be overwhelmed in this season. So that when I go to Saks Fifth Avenue like I went last week, I just get what I want. Y'all talking about being blessed. You can have the blessings. I don't want the blessings. Overwhelm me, Jesus. Are y'all listening to me? Overwhelm your boy. Because I didn't put in the work. I've been working every day. Watch. Not asking you for stuff, but been working every day to be the best version of me that I can be. And I'm here to tell you, when you do that, go let God overwhelm you. Let him overwhelm you. Watch this. And don't be ashamed to let people know that you ain't blessed. I'm overwhelmed. Watch this. In fact, if somebody says this to you, I like that, Swan. If somebody says this to you this week, man, you sure are blessed. Correct them. I ain't blessed. I'm overwhelmed. How you doing today? It ain't blessed. Overwhelmed. Y'all don't like this. I ain't blessed. I'm overwhelmed. That's my response. And it will be my response for the rest of my life. Y'all can have that blessed stuff. That's too basic. How you doing today, Zeb? I'm overwhelmed. Right. They're going to be like, overwhelmed. I see you sister. Overwhelmed. Something wrong? No, ain't nothing wrong. Every time I turn around, my daddy does this. He'll be with the church and he'll tell the people, every time I turn around, he'll turn and then the people in the crowd start turning. And folk be looking at you crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's when you say every time I turn around, I'm being blessed. That's called being overwhelmed. Literally, what you mean, Zeb, you overwhelmed? Literally, every time I turn around, God keep blessing me. Every time I turn around, he keep giving. I like that. I'm gonna steal that, Sister Ashley. He keep giving me favor. Every time I turn around, he keep paying bills I can't pay. He keep opening doors I could never create on my own. He keeps sending new business that my name and my experience don't even align with. I ain't just blessed in this season. I'm overwhelmed, man. I'm here to tell you, I'm overwhelmed in this season. And that's the attitude you got to have. All right, I got to hurry, y'all. Verse number 4. I'm out of time. I got to hurry up. Man, I don't have time to finish this, but I got to finish this today. I cannot do a part 2. Verse 4. Look at this. Psalms 23, verse number 4. Look at this. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Man, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. David said, listen, number 1, God my shepherd. That's number 1. We ain't doing no part 2, Sister Michelle. We're not doing a part 2. We're not. Number 1, David says, God my shepherd, and I don't have no needs or wants. Number 2, he makes me to lay down in green grass when my surroundings are dirty and messy. Number 3, he leads me in peace when the water is chaotic. Number 4, he fixes my soul and causes me to go after righteous living so he can bless me. And number 5 is the big one. Because he's doing all of that, even when death is around me, I ain't gonna have no fear. Watch this. The devil's job is to cause you to be so afraid of the shadow of what you're in that you start to make the shadow and the thing the same time. The shadow and what you're going through, the same thing. Let me help y'all. What you are going through and the shadow of what you're going through is not the same. I gotta really explain this. What you're going through and the shadow of what you're going through is not the same thing. You don't believe it? It's sunny outside. When I go outside and I step in my driveway, if I go outside and step in my driveway and look down, I'm going to see what? I vote for tag team ministry. Y'all crazy. I'm going to see what? I'm going to see my shadow. Is my shadow me? No. You are not your shadow. Now, I don't have time for nerd talk because I be having these kind of debates with some of my friends. We be debating on stuff. And this nerd kind of conversation is kind of like, things like if a tree falls in the forest and you're not there, did it really fall? That kind of stuff. We be going debating on stuff like that. I'm just a nerd. I can't help it. But let me help you. You ain't your shadow. And the reason I know you're not your shadow, because watch this. If you go out there and you stomp your shadow, or you go out there and stomp your foot. Yeah, I'm a nerd at heart, says Nick. I can't help it. This is what I am. And you go out there and you're standing in the sun and you take one foot and step on the other foot. Guess what's going to hurt? Not the shadow. The shadow ain't going to hurt. If you take your right foot and start stomping on your left foot in the sun, the shadow's going to mimic what you did, but the only person that's going to feel it is you. Can I help y'all? When you're going through a rough time in your life and it looks like death is coming, it looks like sickness is coming, the devil's job is to try to convince you that you and the sickness are the same. I just feel like getting up and just running around here. In my Balenciagas, that's what they are. I told you I'm overwhelmed in this season. I'm overwhelmed and I can't wait to put them back on. Are y'all listening to me? When the doctor says it doesn't look good, that's the shadow. That's the shadow. That ain't you. That's the shadow. When the doctor has given up on your family member, that ain't you. That's not them. That's the shadow. That's the shadow. And so when David says, here we go back to the verse. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow, what appears to be death, I ain't gonna feel no evil. Let me help you. I want somebody to record this, and then I'm gonna give you 10 seconds if you want to get up and run around your house and come back to your seat. I want you to record this. You ready? Never let the what-ifs stop you from getting what you want. Never let the what-ifs stop you from getting what you want. In other words, I like that, Steffi Ray. Here's an easy way to type all of this. I am not my shadow. Put it in the comments right now. I am not my shadow. Y'all don't like this. I am not my shadow. I don't care if it's concerning illness, death, my family, friends, whatever situation you're going in. Don't let the what if stop you from getting what you want. I am not my shadow. And David had it figured out. He said, listen, I'm in the valley of the shadow of death, which means I'm going through something. And because I'm going through it, I'm automatically going to produce the shadow of it. Listen, y'all. If David, this is killing me. If David is going through the valley of the shadow of death, if he's going through the valley and he's walking in it, his shadow, his presence has to produce the shadow of what he's in. Like you can't produce a shadow if you're not there. But just because you produced it doesn't mean you're going to die by it. You are not your shadow in this season or any other season. If God has you walking in a dark season, don't be surprised if you look down and see a shadow. But don't forget, you ain't the shadow. Man, I'm done, man. I ain't even going to do the last two verses. Y'all, I'm about to lose my light-skinned mind today. Are y'all listening to me? If you got to go to court tomorrow and it don't look good and the judge is there, listen, you're going to walk through the valley of the shadow. When you walk in the courthouse, it's going to feel like you're in the valley of the shadow of death, or the shadow of a verdict, or the shadow of a negative situation. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. Just because the shadow is there don't mean you're going to die to it. You are not the shadow. That's if you got to go to court tomorrow. That's if you got to go to the doctor tomorrow. That's if you got to go to the hospital today. It don't matter what you're dealing with. When you walk in there, you're going to look down and see a shadow. But don't you dare forget, the shadow's got to come because your presence is there. And if your presence, if you're going through a dark situation, if you're in a dark season of your life, it don't matter. You're going to produce a shadow, but the shadow is not you. It's just a shadow. It's just a shadow. Y'all not listening to your boy today. It's just a shadow. It's not me. It's just a shadow. So when work gets hard, remind yourself it's just a shadow. When life gets tough, remind yourself it's just a shadow. Right? That's what David meant when he said, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Where you go, gonna produce a shadow. Good, bad, indifferent. It don't matter. But you're not your shadow. Which means ain't nothing gonna happen to you that God don't want to happen to you. This making sense to anybody? Now, let me hurry. I got 2 verses. I'm just gonna walk through them. I don't even have time to just teach these the way I want to, because I really could walk through this, but real quickly, give me 3 minutes and I'm done. Yeah, when the doctor says it looks bad, it's a shadow. When the doctor says, I don't know how this one's going to work out, it's a shadow. Yeah, somebody needs to take this today. Take it. It's a shadow. It's okay. You're in the valley, but you ain't going to die in there. They're not going to die in there. All right, look at this. Verse number 5. Thou preparest a table before me. I know y'all, now y'all want me to take my time. I can't. I gotta run. Now y'all want me to take my time. Look at this. Well, look, okay, part 2. I'm gonna just stop. How about that? I lied. Sister Michelle won. Y'all go ahead and laugh. Part 2. I'll give you part 2. Because I really don't want to. She's like, let's all chant part 2. I really don't want to rush through verse 5 and 6. Because if verses 1 through 4 made you shout, verse 5 and 6, we're gonna need the ushers. Be quiet, Sister Michelle. You didn't convince the people. y'all, you didn't convince the people. You didn't turn the whole. You didn't create a revolt on IG. I really don't want to rush through verse 5 and 6. So I'll give you verse 5 and 6 next Sunday. I'll give you verse 5 and 6 next Sunday. We'll pick up here. But listen to me, y'all. If verse 1 through 4 made you shout, you're gonna need the ushers next week. You're going to need the ushers. You're going to need white sheets. You're going to need a bottle of water. You're going to need all of that. I'm telling you. All right? This bless anybody today? I'm done. I ain't out of time, y'all. I'm just out of word. I got to run today. Did this, did this bless anybody today? Y'all not, you're right. Our ushers ain't fit for nothing. I think I saw a little bit of commentary over there. I believe I saw somebody say, it might have been Sister Stephanie, somebody say at rehab, when the ushers come over there to cover you up, they end up in the flow with you. Everybody needs sheets. All right, listen, did this bless anybody today? I'll give you part 2, man. Y'all interrupted, man. Y'all all in my stuff, man. I ain't want to do no part 2 next week. Y'all make me sick sometimes. It's all love. Part 2 next week. Man, this was a word. I hope y'all take this word with you. I hope y'all take this word with you this week. If you got to go back and play this over, go back and play it over. Take this word with you this week. I told by you, Pastor, but I changed it. Absolutely. I believe that, Sister Jerry. I believe that. I love that feedback. This word was for somebody today. I believe it. And I'm grateful. Now, let me pray. Come on, quickly. Prayer request. Moderators, put it up. Y'all got to get me focused because my mind is gone. Get me focused. Prayer request. I want to pray for you. If you got a prayer request today, I want you to type it in the comments. If you got a prayer request, I want you to type it in the comments. I'm praying for you every morning, 4:40 now. I am up praying over your request and certainly praying that God answers your prayers. And I want you to know that I'm praying for you. Some of you are in a season. You're in a season of a shadow. And I like that. Sister Nikki says hers is a shadow of stress. Some of you is a shadow of sickness. Some of you is a shadow of low money and bad finances. Some of you is a shadow of tough relationships. Some of you is a shadow of a slow moving business. Some of you are in shadows in your life, but I want you to know that God's leading you through it. I want you to put your prayer requests in the comments really quickly. Come on, quickly. I'm giving you 30 Mississippi seconds. Type it in the comments quickly. I'm praying for you every morning, 4:40. I'm up, I get up, I pray over your prayer requests. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with. I want you to know that I am praying for you and will be praying for you. Even on the road, traveling, working, I've got to work out of state this week, but I'm going to be praying for you, and I'm going to be praying over your life that God will continue to bless you. Come on, put your prayer requests up real quick, real quick, real quick. Good, they're moving, they're moving. We got some major prayer requests that are coming through right now. Major prayer requests that are coming through right now. I know many of you, some of you have reached out to me. You've DM'd me. You've messaged me. Pastor, I'm dealing with this. I'm going through this. And I want you to know that I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for your family. I'm praying for your children. I like that. Praying for your children, praying for your family, praying for everything concerning you, your nieces, your nephews. I'm praying for your family strength. I'm praying for mental perseverance. I love that, Sister Stephanie. Better health, better peace. Come on, quickly. I'm praying for the shadow of chaos that's in your life. I like that, Sister Misty. This world, I'm praying for everything concerning you, that God would continue to strengthen you. Thank you so much for praying for me. I see many of you saying, Pastor, I'm praying for you. I appreciate that. I don't take your prayers for me and my family lightly. I appreciate that. Listen, y'all, let's pray. Connect your hands as a sign of symbol of faith. I want you to clasp your hands like this as a sign of symbol of faith. If you cannot type your prayer request, by the way, you can email your prayer request to info@rehabcc.org. Email your prayer request to info@rehabcc.org. Put in the subject line prayer request and type out your prayer request right there. And we'll see that. We'll respond to your message and let you know that we received it, and we'll be praying for you. All right, come on, put it in the prayer request quickly. Then clasp your hands like this as a sign of symbol of faith. Let's touch and agree and pray right now. All right, are y'all ready? Let's do it. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you today for your word. Thank you for this time of gathering you've given us. Thank you, God, for speaking to us in the way that you have. God, we don't take today lightly. We don't take this word lightly. We don't take what we've experienced today lightly. We are thankful that you were so kind to us today. And now I pray, God, that this word would travel through everybody that's heard it live, everybody that will replay the replay. I pray that this word will travel with us on this 20th day of the second month of the year, in the year of 2022. It ain't accidental that you would send this word to remind us that we ain't got to worry about the shadow, that where we are is exactly where we need to be, and that our job is to know that you are our shepherd. Help us to be reminded of that this week. Now, God, for every prayer request that's come across this line, every prayer request that's come to our inbox, every prayer request that maybe somebody's struggling with so hard that they don't even have the strength to type it, we lift those requests up to you today. We ask, God, that you would answer the prayers of your people, that you would make ways as only you can, that you would meet needs as only you can, that you would open doors as only you can. God, I need you to heal somebody's condition today. I need you, God, to fix somebody's finances today. I need you, God, to touch somebody's son or daughter today, somebody's husband or wife today. God, I need you today to open up the doors for tuition and scholarship today. I need you, God, to heal somebody's body today. I need you, God, to fix somebody's mental capacity today. Give them the expanded capacity to be able to handle life and not get overwhelmed when the waters start raging, but give us peace, God, even in the midst of storm. And God, we will continue to praise you. We'll continue to give your name glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name, amen. Do me a favor. I want you to type in the comments really quickly. It is so. Hurry. It is so. It is so. Every time you pray and every time you say amen, the word amen simply means it is so. Quickly. It is so. It is so. Yes, Dad, I'm praying for ministries everywhere, churches everywhere. Certainly praying for my father, his ministry. Praying for ministries, churches everywhere. Churches are having to make adjustments in this season like they've never made before. If you've never sat in this seat, you don't understand it. I know it looks easy to just go and do certain stuff. It ain't as easy as you think. And so we're certainly praying for pastors and leaders, ministries everywhere, not just rehab. We're praying for everybody. We want to see everybody make it. Come on, put it in the comments quickly. It is so. It is so. It is so. It is so. Really quickly. It is so. Listen. If you want to be saved today, I want to challenge you. If you want to be saved today, maybe you heard this message and this message has encouraged you. This message has challenged you, watch, to be better today than what you were yesterday. And you understand now clearly that righteous living ain't about being perfect, but righteous living is about living better today than what we did yesterday. It's about seeking after God so that we can apply him to every area of our lives. Listen, if you want to be saved today, if you heard a message today and you want to be saved, I want you to stop what you're doing. If you're in the pool, I want you to sit up. If you're at brunch, I want you to put down the bacon. If you're laying in the bed, I want you to raise yourself up. I need your undivided attention. Why? Because God wants to save you right now. Romans 10:9 tells us that if we confess with our mouths, if we believe with our hearts that Jesus Christ is who he is and did what he did for us, we are saved. It's that simple. And so salvation ain't about being perfect. That's the church down the street. Salvation ain't about having all your ducks in a row. That's what the pastor down the street said. Salvation is about recognizing, hey, I got some problems. I got some real problems, but I serve a God that can give me the strength to one day at a time live better today than what I did yesterday. If I'm talking to you and you want to be saved, repeat this prayer with me right where you are. Say this. I'm a sinner. I'm not perfect. I have some flaws. I have some failures. I've even made some mistakes. But I do believe that Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. He lived on this earth just like I'm living. He suffered, bled, and died on the cross. And 3 days later, rose again for my sins. Because he lives, I can live, and I am saved. My friends, if you prayed that prayer of faith, I don't care where you are in the world. There are people tuned in from everywhere. I don't care where you are. If you prayed that prayer of faith, live or on the replay, I want to welcome you to the royal family of Jesus Christ. Do me a favor. If you gave your life to Christ, I want you to type in the comments right now, #salvation. Why? We ain't trying to get in your business. We want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate you like you just got a raise. We want to celebrate you like the house just came through. We want to celebrate you like the dream boo you've been praying over just came your way. We want to celebrate you today because we believe in celebrating when people give their lives to Christ. If you prayed that prayer of faith and you dedicated your life to Christ, I want you to type in the comments right now, #salvation, #salvation. Listen, they're typing it in on Instagram. They're typing it in on YouTube. Doesn't matter where you are. We are virtually clapping with you. I don't have to know you, but I want to welcome you to the largest family of in the world, the family of Jesus Christ. I promise you, there's no family that's bigger. There's no family that's crazier. There's no family. Medea's family reunion ain't got nothing on this. There is no family that's crazier, than the Church of Jesus Christ, the family of Jesus Christ. I want to welcome you. I'm so grateful, regardless of what platform you're on, that you have dedicated your life to Christ. I'm so grateful that you've made that commitment today to give your life to Christ. Now, here's what I need you to do. It's simple. Yes, Sister Stephanie, big and crazy, right? Here's what I need you to do. If you gave your life to Christ, this is what I need you to do. I don't care where you live. Go find you a church home. I want you to be a part of that ministry, right? Now I need you to take your salvation to the next level, which means get around other people like you who are trying to live better today than what they did yesterday so that you can continue to grow in your faith. Maybe you are tuned in and you're saying, listen, man, I like this ministry. I like this word. I like being taught this way. I've never heard the word taught with this kind of plainness and conviction at the same time. We would love for you to be a part of our membership. You don't even have to be where we are. We're located in Greensboro, North Carolina. You don't even have to be where we are, but you can be a part of our ministry. And it's simple. If you want to be a part of the Rehab Christian Center, just simply type in the comments, #membership. And you probably see a lot of moderators that are recording notes and giving instructions. And one of our fine moderators will reach out to you, get some information. And it's that simple. I'm pleased to say we got folks that have made themselves the head of committees in Atlanta and New York and Texas and all of these places that we're going to have to answer to as we get back and get prepared to come back in the building and be in a virtual hybrid situation. We're not throwing away the online format. This online format has allowed us to reach so many people, and we're not going to throw that away. I know it's controversial, but we're not going to do that. The Lord really gave me a revelation about me and my ministry and what I am, and it really, it really, it really just blew me away. He just gave me a revelation. He gave me a revelation about who I am and what I'm not about a week ago, about a week and a half ago, and it's really just blown my mind. And the reason it's blown my mind is because when you're sure about your purpose, you can walk in that. And so this virtual format ain't going away. I want to be able to reach as many people as we can. I want to impact as many people as we can. And so you just put in the comments, #membership. A person will reach out to you. We're going to be working on some virtual orientations and things that just keep everybody engaged as we shift to this hybrid process. And we're just so excited to have you as a part of the Rehab Christian Center. Now, I want to challenge you to give really quickly. I got 2 minutes to do it. I want to challenge you to give. If this message, if this ministry has been a blessing to you, I want to challenge you to give today. I want to challenge you to give. I want to challenge you to sow a seed, sow an offering, give your tithes. You can do it one of 3 ways. You can be a blessing to our ministry via Cash App, $REHABCCGIVE. Our website, www.REHABCC.org. www.REHABCC.org, and simply choose online giving. Or you can text REHABWORKS to 88202. Yes, we got to do a virtual new membership rally. We do. We're going to do a virtual new membership orientation. There's so much we got to work on. So Swan says Dana gonna hate me, but I've been working. They're gonna be shocked. I got a lot of stuff that I've been working on. So we got a lot to do because we want all of our virtual members, and we see people still continuing to join. I love this. I can't wait to meet you virtually. I've already told many of you that I've never met in person that when we're hybrid, some of y'all are just gonna have to catch a flight once a month, and that's just what it is. So get your flyer miles up, get your money up, go on and book your flights months in advance, and you can come fly in every first Sunday. We'd love to see you in person, but I'm gonna have to see some of y'all without a doubt. Yes, can somebody let me try to do that? I can definitely do that. If you want to be a blessing today, you can give one of 3 ways. You can give via Cash App, $REHABCCGIVE. That's $REHABCCGIVE. You can give through our website, www.REHABCC.org, and simply choose online giving. Or you can text REHABWORKS. Text REHABWORKS to 88202. That's REHABWORKS to 88202. And right to your cell phone, you'll see a link. Click on it. You can give from there. And I promise you that if you give in any of those ways, God's going to bless you. How? Good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. He's going to send people to be a blessing to you because of the way you give. And I'm grateful for it. I do want to say, as you're giving, we're going to have to do another rally for our text code. Got a notification that the 88202 number is going to go away. Apparently, cell phone carriers are doing away with short codes. And so that's going to change to a number where you will need to text a number. And then we're going to have to start our subscriber list over. And that's okay. It's nothing we can do about that. But we'll be giving you some details on that in the weeks to come as we prepare those things. But listen, I love you guys. I'm praying for you. Do me a favor. I want you to share this video today. Share this video. You need to tag 5 people and tell them if they've never heard a virtual word to tune in and get this word today. It's going to change somebody's life. And go back and watch this word this week. Watch it later on today. If the week gets rough, watch it later on in this week. If you find yourself in some high waters, I want you to watch it this week and go back and encourage yourself. All right. Go back and encourage yourself. Remember, there is no life study. Thank you so much, moderators. There's no life study this Tuesday. I'll be traveling for work, unfortunately. And I don't think my flight is going to get settled enough for me to be able to set up station and do it. But we will certainly be back with you next Sunday, 9:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here for part 2 of Don't Let the Shadow Kill You. And it's going to be a powerful time. And I can't wait to see you. I cannot wait to join in with you. And I'm just so grateful that you've tuned in today, and make plans to tune in and see us next week. All right. I love you guys. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I want you to have a fantastic, safe Sunday. And we will see you next Sunday for another powerful word. All right. I love you guys. Praying for you and your families. Peace and blessings.
Thank you for watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by Cash App at $Pastor ZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encouraged, enlightened, and empowered you to be better. Please tune in Tuesday at 7:08 p.m. for our life study experience. And as always, be blessed and have a